Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. I'm here with another Astro Talk. I wanted to jump back on and chat a little bit about the transits, and we will get on, like we said in the last live, most likely on Astro members. But in the meantime, wanted to jump on here and kind of get back into a few more things that we were talking about back there. So feel free to share in the chat as well how you guys are doing with, the particular moments here. Um, Really key, and I usually get more into the Void of Course talk on hourly and real time. We do get into it in 48 hours as well, but the Void of Course is something that is quite, I feel it's pretty important. Overall, you want to be rather aware of the void of course times, and I'm bringing it up here right now in particular because this is a very particular void of course, and we are going to find it entering in pretty soon. Actually, it's going to be tonight, I think. Actually, around 1 a.m. to be exact, so technically tomorrow. But this is why is this particular? Because the void of course in this case is in Gemini, in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Okay, so Mercury, as we know, on this day just went retrograde. It's in the air sign of Libra. Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus right now is in Scorpio. We have a concurrent Mercury square Pluto going on as well right now. Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini. So we got a lot of crazy stuff going on, and but it is re-energizing, and it feels kind of like a tango energy. It's like very tango-like. It's like it feels like things are. It's not stagnating, but it is definitely. I feel it is a like kind of like a. It's like an energy where there's a lot going on. We talked about this last night, but things are not yet sort of like called out. They're not like fully defined, um, so to speak. So, anyways, yeah. So this is particular though. These next few hours, you just want to be aware. Later tonight, we've got the Void of Course in Gemini. Have you guys been having heated conversations? How is it that? How are you guys doing with these? Yeah, I want to look in the chat now, and I want to see how you guys are actually feeling. Are there any particular themes that have been coming up during this time here? I've been feeling really grounded as well, Aaron, but also I'm gonna be honest, like, yeah, ever since Mercury went retro, like we had a rockin' few days, I felt. Um, Very, very grounding, refreshing, with, the days before Mercury went retrograde, which is actually today. So, but it is still sort of like it still feels it's like a vacillating energy, air energy. So, yeah, it is irritable, Sherry, as well. I feel this here now. Also, yeah, I mean, just watching, was outside for like 10 minutes. I totally avoided going outside like yesterday. It was just, there are those times. Yeah, it's back and forth energy, right? Ace can love. It's just, yeah, it's funny. Sometimes there are those days where you're like, I just don't feel like you want to leave the house, but it's like, I don't know. It feels like the vibes out there kind of strange. Yeah. And yeah, I usually consult and sort of sense the vibe before I step out. But yesterday, yeah, and today I like kind of pulled myself out, and it's just strange, like the weirdest. It's like one of those vibes, like everything's like shifting in and out of place. It's like, yeah. some chaos. There's some chaos, but overall, it is I feel like it is somehow grounding. I feel like there's going to be quite a bit here that is coming up. Um, you do want to be aware of your outlets for air energy and water energy, specifically Pluto and Gemini, Venus. Um, there's not a lot of frustration really that can happen with Venus. I mean, yeah, with every energy, if it is unchanneled in a conscious sense, it can obviously be frustrating, and like energy doesn't disappear. If anything, it just is reimagined and re-expressed, and that's where, like, let's say we're not really channeling directly our Venus energy. We have to look at the Venus in the birth chart, and we see what is touching Venus, and that can feed through other, well, it can contribute to the way that we feel overall and how we channel our aspects overall. But the storyline is that you really want to look at your channels of expression for Pluto this upcoming week, and you know, in addition to that, Mercury. That's the nervous system, and that is, you know, Pluto's can be libido. It can be, it's fire energy in addition to water energy. So yeah, because we just want to be grounded. We don't want to be in situations where it's like 1 minute we're feeling great, and then like, you know, we're in our bubble of like, I'm doing great, I'm feeling great, and then you like hang out with someone or you like talk to someone and it just like throws you off your course. And then you're feeling all like that's not where we want to be at. And I'm just getting a little bit of that energy here, like, all right, like who the hell you think you are a little bit as well here. And it's not always our energy, right? Yet again, I want to bring this up again, like that's sometimes the point. Like, I'm cool, but then maybe it is a test, we can say as well, right? Right. So, like, we can know what we feel for us, but then if somebody comes through and challenges it, like, are we going to feel differently about what we feel? Like, there can be a lot of that. But yeah, I'm hearing don't cave in, don't cave in. The energy has been totally intense. Yeah. And I say it intense as in like the macro. I feel like we're sort of streamlining, but we are getting close to another big shift. Many, many more shifts. Yeah, right, Sherry. And sometimes it's like I was thinking about this, meditating when we got off the live earlier today, how sometimes it's just the sheerness of knowing and not having to even like debate it. It's like when you start to explain yourself and debate and like, it's like sorry, like Ron Ron's not understanding what I'm saying about what I find to be romantic, like just don't get into the debate. It's like Ron is not in alignment apparently with you and you are not feeling in alignment with him. So what's there to debate, During this time I feel that debating is going to it can get kind of dangerous, and I don't really think if it's going to make you feel ungrounded, because think about it, like we're talking intuition, we're talking spiritual alignment, what you know to be true for you, right? What is there to explain about that? So if someone's coming through, rolling through, wanting to debate something like this with you, like, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think this has been a theme for the last weeks. Yeah, I do remember this. Same Vesna. Yeah, I'm feeling like bring it on, because honestly, yeah. I don't know, love and light, but Mercury's in Libra, and that can get schmoozy. But, well, the ruler of Libra Venus is in Scorpio. Well, hey, and even more so when it moves into Sag, it may get heated, it may get wild. That's where you want to know, you want to pick your battles, right, kind of thing, and not say it as a battle, but like to make sure that something is in alignment with you. So that something is empowering you. Sometimes it's not, can I make peace with so and so? Can we have this conversation? It's, what is my frequency vibration? And what is it that I really feel I would like to participate in the space of? It's not so much the matter, the fact always, you know? Sometimes it's just the vibration. We don't, that's the thing. We don't need the explanation for that, right? That's the thing. It's a flow state. So if we're flowing with something and someone is charging towards us with that vibe of like disconnection and like, I don't understand, like, you need to explain yourself. It's like, this is going to be where we need to make some pretty important decisions and say, hey, maybe I just don't want to get into that combo. Right? So, yeah, I mean, that's the part. And I think it's going to get weird, but then it's going to get easy. And I just, yeah, I feel that things are gonna kind of flip a little bit. Like, oh, I used to always like just get in those convos and like, but like for what? You know that shit's gonna get like weighted to you saying it's not gonna work anyway, so you might as well take it out, understand really what's in your luggage right here, right now, and really make those executive decisions and be really firm with that. Like, don't, try not to finagle what you feel. Like, well, I feel this, but like, I kind of feel like I can also do that with what I'm feeling. Like, wait, I don't even know what that means. Because it's not about meaning. It's like that's when you're trying to fit your intuition into a box of like what logically makes sense so that somebody else can be more comfortable with it. That's not what we're here to do. Love and light, but like that's where, yeah, and anyways, it's like anyways, like that's not even gonna work down the line. Like, even if you and that's a shadow of Neptune, but like I really want to help him out. I know he's not gonna pass his test, but like it's like trying to help it's like trying to give points to someone who didn't earn them. It's like I hope that like they let me give you these points. It's like, but that's not really what it's about. It's like, be ruthless, be firm, be honest, be direct. Okay. Disconnect from the things that don't empower you. Then that's just what it is, and you don't have to feel bad for that. Right? If somebody is like kind of fighting you so called on like what it is that you feel to be true for you, isn't that kind of like a little strange? We could say the same about that, right? So it's about reciprocity, it's about balance and understanding. Is there balance, this space? Am I communicating in a balanced space here? Am I feeling like people are communicating with me in a balanced space here? Are the expectations fair? What's actually going on here? And that's the illusion of Neptune, where we can be like, but like it's not really like that. Like, the beauty of Neptune and Pisces is in 12th house energy is the imagination. Is, wow, well, what can it be? But when we apply that, context is everything. When we apply that to something that is really not cool, where someone's maybe not talking to us right, they're not treating us right, they're being, and we know that this is not in alignment with our story, it really does come back to the ego as well. Why am I involved in something? Some people could say, well, it's because I'm so sweet and I'm so nice. No, it's an ego thing. Why are you holding on to something that is truly not in alignment? What is it that we're trying to work out there, really? Right? So, I mean, you take it as you will, but there are decisions that we have to make, but we have to want to make them. And that's the really tough thing as well. Like, if somebody's in a Neptune theme situation where they're not seeing the situation clearly, it's like, well, I can't jump in there and like try and like figure it out for you. Like, so, it's gonna come from different angles, and that's where we cannot feel bad about what we're doing for ourselves. Because when we are truly in alignment, if we're truly in alignment and we're making a decision to stand by that alignment, that frequency holds, and that is powerful, and that helps others. So that's where it really becomes important to align yourself with like-minded individuals who are of the tribe mentality, that energy exists and that vibration is valuable, and is definitely a value to uphold. Because in situations like this, okay, you're gonna get people who want you to be authentic, you to you, on that level as well. And so I just keep hearing debates, like, just don't get into the debate, because that's where we take the power of the unknown knowingness, our intuition, okay, and then we filter it through this lens of like and then the vibration drops, and it's not about the logic if we're going to lose the vibration. So keep the magic real for you. Like, don't be embarrassed to say things that are true to you, real for you. Yeah. Amy Gill Kessler. Yeah, I mean, you got it. And it's like, you know where things are leading. Sometimes the best thing you can do is step out and say, hey, I know this is awkward. Like, we usually hash it out and talk and yada yada, but I gotta go. You know, it's like I gotta bounce. Like, I just, yeah. And the beauty is that you don't have to have an explanation for that, even like, oh, this is why. Oh, I have to go and do this and do that and like figure this out. It's like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to, yeah. So that's where it comes down to respect for what is necessary for you to align with your vibration. So you guys, I hope this video is helpful. Thank you for joining me, and we will come back here. Hopefully, we'll come back around with another video for members, another specifically astro talk and readings. I'm not sure if it will be like ASAP. I'm gonna obviously, yeah, I'll meditate and see what